So you want a hot hatch, but you don't want to be the typical South African with a Polo GTI. Maybe this is something a bit different.
This is the one of 65 Renault Clio RS F1 editions.
My name is Eugene.
And I'm Letu.
This is T-Vec, the home of extravagant reviews.
Four liters of fuel. Eugene, you're paying for this.
So we are starting off the driving segment now in the one of 65 in South Africa, Renault Clio RS F1 edition. And straight away, speaking about comfort, this is just more comfortable than the Polo GTI was on the road.
Yeah.
And we're on similar surface roads.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I will definitely say is that in terms of seat comfort, because sometimes hot hatches can be a weird mix, this is definitely one of the more comfortable cars we've had. I've been in the Corsa OPC, which doesn't directly compete with this car, but very similar.
Near enough, yeah.
Yeah, near enough, very close enough in price. And the OPC Opel is like legendary bad when it comes to the comfort in the seats. So this is a lot better.
I can also say, compared to the Polo GTI, these seats are a lot more comfortable. They are twice, 3 times as more comfortable, because this one just felt a lot more bolstered. These ones are a little bit more encompassing. Yeah, and that's something I would say. And also, if you guys are enjoying this far, why not hit down below, hit the like button, subscribe button, because we're on the road to 15,000 subscribers. And when we do, we have... Before he did that,
Yep.
we have a very fun prancing horse lined up for the channel. Yeah, there's something very fun coming along. But yeah,
But before we talk about Ferrari-like business,
yeah,
the sound.
that's the Akrapovic exhaust. You hear it so much more in the back.
It is a beautiful sounding car. Better sounding than the Fiesta ST as well.
Yes.
As well as the Polo GTR. This is just more pure, more hot hatchy. And straight away also, I want to say you do sit lower down and feel like you're more in a track focused car than any other competitor that I've been in this. And that's a big plus for something like this.
Now, walking out of that fabulous interior, we had to go outside and actually check out the Renault Clio RS F1 edition.
Yeah.
And I have to say, if you guys haven't seen a Renault Clio, you're either blind, living under a rock, or you just need to go outside for 5 minutes and just look, and you'll probably see a Clio. Now, you won't see this one because it is one of 65 for a very important reason, and that's because it's the F1 edition.
Yeah, and if you want to know why it be the F1 edition, Renault for quite a bit of time was known for their F1 division. They won quite a bit of championships. If I'm not mistaken, they're like, what, the 6th or 4th largest winner in terms of F1 championships. And at the time, they were doing better, let me say, than what they've done in previous years with this car. And that's why it looks the way it does. I mean, the livery pays homage to that F1 team.
Specifically being fully blacked out, the black RS badges front and back, the yellow on the front, the yellow on the sides, the sticker on the roof that gives you 10 HP. And then over here, you've got the upgraded brakes as well as the blacked out rims with the yellow Renault logo. Now, these are also RS specific rims. Not just RS, but again, because this is the F1 edition.
Not just that, also, if you look at the fog lights over here, that's supposed to remind you of a checkered flag, the thing that you're supposed to see with F1 quite often.
And the
when
things that Polo GTRs won't see because they'll be behind you, on track or on road in South Africa, yeah. And speaking about competition, I actually do prefer this to, for instance, the Fiesta ST or something like the Polo GTR. I feel like it's the more manly, more grown-up car, and yes, I want to say that.
Okay, I'm gone. I'm joking, because this is literally the exact same as in my car.
We're in a very familiar interior.
This is
we've been living with it
for a very long time.
And every shoot has been basically the bulk of this interior.
Exactly.
So we've gotten to know it inside and out. Yeah, it's pretty much very similar to your Clio,
but there's
apart from very few small details.
There's a few keen details. Number one, I don't have carbon fiber on my air vents.
Or you don't have red actual air vents either.
I don't have red.
There's a lot of red inside this car because it is the RS, obviously.
Yes.
And then if you look at the screen, it's 95% the same.
Yes, except this is actually the R-Link system.
Yes, and it is on, but we're not going to get demonetized now. So we switch it off.
Yeah, but instead of the standard LG system, this is the R-Link, which is actually better. It's quicker, it's more efficient, and you get performance pages.
Yes, but it still isn't as good tech-wise, I'd say, as something like the Polo GTI, which if you are interested in watching,
we did a review on one.
Yes.
That, unfortunately, is still a VW. The materials inside and the technology are still going to be a bit better than something like this.
Yes.
But again, the focus of this isn't that, and that's what this has: better flappy pedals and a nice steering wheel.
And a very nice and I mean, Alcantara on the top, leather, and then RS badging.
And then again, if you forgot that it's an RS, you've got Renault Sport on the dashboard here. You've got an RS drive button instead of an eco mode button, which is on standard Clio.
Yeah.
You've got this nice selector here, as well as aluminium paddles. There are paddles there, but aluminium. What are they called? Pedals.
Pedals.
Yes, pedals.
Yes, pedals.
And then the most important factor that's changed on this car is actually the seats.
Yes.
Where you have the red RS embroidery, the red stitching on the seats, the red on here, the red on there, the red noon marker, as well as red seat belts.
I will say I do prefer these seats more to the GTI.
The GTI felt a lot more snug and hugged in.
Yeah.
Whereas something compared to something like a Mini Cooper S is a lot more bolstered and more track focused. And I feel like I'd be just that bit more comfortable than either one of those cars we were in.
Yeah, so in here, I'm very familiar with this interior. Gauge cluster is exactly the same, except it's in red and white because it signifies the RS brand. But yeah, I love it. I love the breadth of how this thing feels.
Sadly, you're not looking at the Porsche, but you'd rather be in the back seat of that because the rear end here is a bit tight. This seat is all the way forward, I kid you not. This back piece is still in Eugene's position, and I don't have that much space. If you're taller than 1.7 meters, you've got issues. But the nice thing is that I do have some red over here with the seatbelt, some red stitching, and some leather. Yeah, it's a hot hatch at the end of the day. So, you know what? It's a problem. You're not a Ford Focus ST driver if you have this, which means you do have kids. So your kids will be fine here. But anyone older than like 15, you got issues.
And we are... okay, go. We're off. Yes, we are off.
Off to the races.
Again, in the Clio RS. This time with Letu driving.
And just one thing Mateo mentioned, braking is actually still pretty good in this car.
Yes, really good. Obviously, because it's got upgraded brakes, because it is the RS.
Yes.
And it's meant to have some track fun with it. So
it is pretty good. It's really good. I'm mainly going to just talk about like ergonomics, living with the car, kind of stuff and whatnot. Very important thing to note: the rear boot space is not the best. The reason why I say that is because it's quite small. You're going to see now. I'm just going to have a bit of footage over that. It's quite tiny.
Yeah, it's the same that you get in a standard Clio.
It is.
yes. But again, also, that's the kind of cut that you take when you get a smaller hot hatch.
Yeah.
The Fiesta ST has a small boot. The Polo GTI did not have a big boot. And this is pretty much the same as both of those. So we'll leave it, obviously, right now, or when it was played, where you can see the different capacities of each boot.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something practical, this is good enough to daily drive in terms of practicality for you and your wife, because you aren't a Fiesta ST driver, so you'll have a wife. But most of all, the gearboxing comfort from my driving and now being a passenger is very smooth. It feels very comfortable. It's not too bad on pull-off like some dual clutches can be. And that's a big plus for me in something like this that is fun on track, but you still need it to be good when driving on road.
And definitely in terms of it being a decent gearbox, it doesn't have too much lag. I mean, sure, it's turbo at 1.8, you'd expect it to like something like naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
But it's not bad, eh?
It's better than what the Polo was to me.
It is a lot
The
better.
power comes on quite a bit quicker, around 2,000-ish, 3,000-ish RPM, and the boost already starts going. Yeah, that's not even in sport mode, so it's a really good thing to have in something like this. It's a big plus. Starting us off with a bang, and a beautiful sound in the background.
Yeah, as an owner of a standard Clio, this is a lot more better.
Yeah, well, because this has a turbo, and your car,
A real turbo.
I think your car, they just say it has a turbo.
Yes.
No one's identified if it has one yet.
Turbo might just be a fan.
It might just be a fan.
Yeah, it might just be a fan. So this does have a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4, which is standard in this generation of Clio RS. Now, this was controversial when it was new because a lot of people were saying, you know, turbocharging, and also the first generation was a naturally aspirated. So, yeah, but overall, it's still fine. I mean, everything about this, it encompasses you to be a better driver. I really feel like I'm a Formula One driver in this.
Yeah, because for one, it is front-wheel drive, but it doesn't feel that too badly. There's not understeer. The weight distribution's really good, so it handles really well through some short corners here.
And the gearbox is so quick in this because it is a 6-speed PCT.
and it puts the power down well.
Yeah.
As well as the steering.
The steering is so
It's
sharp.
phenomenal.
It's so,
And even for front-wheel drive car. Now, we didn't mention this with the other driving segments. Even for front-wheel drive car, it does feel quite balanced.
yeah.
Not as balanced as you might get with something like a TT.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying this right now because I am actually feeling power in a Clio for once, and it feels so good. Like usually in a standard Clio, you have to be dealing with a 3-cylinder most of the time, and that thing has no power.
A 3-cylinder bike engine.
A 3-cylinder bike engine, yes. And you can barely even keep up with some mopeds.
Yeah.
Which is a sad thing.
But just in general, compared to some of the competition we have driven, this feels better handling and more composed on the road than something like the Fiesta ST did.
Especially with the Polo GTI.
Yes, and so with the Polo. The Polo sometimes can catch you out with being a normal Polo,
Yeah.
but this can, it just has that slight edge to it,
There's a
that
fire-
RS-ness.
There's a firecrackeriness to this that I'm feeling right now. And
Yes.
it's so involved. There's the reason why I love hot hatches like this, because when you buy it, there's a special feeling that you get, and this car gives it to you all the time.
And now to the end of the video, and it's quite a special end of the video because it's actually this guy's last video until November. So if you're gonna miss him, comment down below why you're gonna miss him, because we want to know. And most of all, we want to say thank you again to Ford for loaning us this incredible car. Thank you for Eugene for nearly stealing the car. And we don't mean that jokingly. We actually, at the end of the test drive, were pulled over by some police because they thought we were stealing the car because we took a few bends to test it.
Yeah.
And it looked like we were trying to shake them off, especially when he got in the car and
Yes.
started ironing it down.
This is his dream hot hatch. And so the police was an interesting one. But hats off to them. They were really nice to us, very understanding. And so, yeah, a big shout out to Ford once again.
Yes, Ford.
And a shout out to Reynolds for making such a beautiful hot hatch.
Yeah, this has just reassured me that I need one of these again.
So like the video and subscribe.
Yes.
So and maybe donate. We'll put a GoFundMe for Eugene down there.
Yes.
The Clio GoFundMe.
Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one because it was a really fun one.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed today.
It was a fun one. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. See you for the next one. Goodbye.